good.
Okay.
All right. Good afternoon. It's Robert and Julia Miller with the J. Patel Group and Rethink Real Estate with another exciting real estate update.
Episode 62. Welcome to the show. We come to you every week. Please remember to like and subscribe. Comment if you like. Everything helps the video. So
Yes.
helps get more news out to more people.
Much appreciated. Trying to grow our subscriber base as much as possible.
Getting close to 100.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah. Joke of the day?
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Well, it's a comment, more of a comment.
Okay.
I know how much you like those.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, for once, I would just like to read a warning label that said, may cause permanent weight loss, remove wrinkles, and increase energy.
Yeah.
Just for once.
I wouldn't hold your breath on that
No,
one.
not coming.
Yeah. So I have some new homeowner husband advice, tip number whatever.
52.
If your wife starts a sentence with "when you get a chance," just go ahead and put your shoes on because she means now.
Just now is actually what I mean. Pretty much.
I learned that one. See?
Good job. Yeah. When you get a chance.
All right, moving on. A little bit of history this week. It was kind of a busy week for history.
Okay. Good.
So we do this because we're history buffs, and I know a lot of people may find it boring, so you can just skip ahead.
Yep.
Julia will put the...
I put links below to let you fast forward
Right.
through. Yeah.
Okay, this week in history. 2010, on January 25th, Avatar becomes the highest grossing film of all time. I cannot believe it's been 12 years now.
I can't believe it either.
That is amazing. And that was an incredible movie.
It was.
When it first came out, it was
a really
trend
cool movie.
setting.
It still is a really cool movie.
Yeah, it's still a really
if you
cool
ask me.
movie.
Yeah.
So. Okay, 1986, a little sad news. The Challenger space shuttle explodes after takeoff January 28th, killing all 7 aboard.
Oh, yeah.
1960, on January 23rd, the U.S. naval vessel Trieste dives to a record depth of 35,820 feet.
Wow.
That's deep. Holy mackerel. 1908, Boy Scouts are founded January 24th by British General Robert Baden-Powell.
Isn't it crazy that they're that old?
I know,
Boy Scouts.
1908.
Happy birthday, Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
1880, January 27th, Thomas Edison patents the electric incandescent lamp.
Which we no longer use.
10,000 attempts, and he finally got it.
Which we're trying to get out of the landfills still. No, I'm sorry.
1845, Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven is first published January 29th. He was like the Stephen King of the 1800s, right?
Yeah, he was very warped, very dark.
You did not want to be in his head and his dreams.
And when I was in high school, you didn't go into high school literature without reading some Edgar Allan Poe. And yeah, it's freaky stuff. And I had some amazing literature teachers that explained it, and it's a good thing they did because it would still be quite scarring otherwise.
Yeah. Okay, that's your week in history. Moving on to a little bit of economic news. The Fed is meeting today and tomorrow, so we'll see if they're going to go ahead and make a more formal announcement about the first rate increase anticipated to be March. So we'll see if they actually do that. The stock market has been on a craziest roller coaster.
Yeah.
It fluctuated from a 1,000 point loss to 133 positive yesterday.
It's just, don't even look. Well, I mean, I guess you can look at the beginning of the day and then look just before the market closes, and then just don't look throughout the day because it's nerve-wracking.
Crazy volatility going on
yeah.
right now. So Jobless claims, they had been dropping, all good sign. We did have a blip last week. Jobless claims totaled 286 for the week ending January 15th. So that was a bit of an unexpected turn upward. Many analysts cite the Omicron coronavirus variant as throwing a wrench into the labor market since its late 2021 discovery.
Yeah, I am hearing every place, I was just talking to our lender, Melissa with Bay Equity, who we get all of our weekly news from.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Melissa. Most of our weekly news from anyway. And she was saying, yeah, last Tuesday, most of the kids were out of school. So they just shut school down, basically went to online learning, and they just went back again today. And consequently, last Tuesday was the day I turned up with symptoms and tested positive at the end of the week. And I think it's just hitting everyone. And
it didn't seem that, at least to me anyway, it could be different for everybody, but for me, it seemed not that long ago that, I couldn't put my finger on somebody I personally knew who had coronavirus.
Right.
Now, everybody I know, all
now
my best
friends
and the families in our church groups
and some of our groups have had it more than once, have had more than one variant too.
Right, yeah.
So
it's just like now, it seems like everybody I know has been through it.
Yeah.
So
it's the new flu, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think we're getting to that point.
So
and it is dropping. It was down
14%
on the East Coast.
Thank God.
It's pretty dramatic looking drop. So I'm hoping it kind of follows the path of South Africa. And the UK, and really drops off quick.
Yeah,
so
we'll see. So too.
Putting stock in stocks. A lot of people have a lot of home equity, and some of them are using it to invest in the stock market. So, among the individuals who made their first stock buys last year, 86% intend to increase their holding in 2022.
Okay.
So. That's where some of that savings and extra money, I know that's true for us. So, oil futures climbed to 7-year highs last week after a Turkey pipeline fire disrupted crude oil flows, and forecasters raised global demand estimates. And of course, you got the issue with Russia and Ukraine going on that could affect it. So, oil futures could be pretty volatile here. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
So when they say oil futures, does that mean like how much oil we have?
No, people buy. If they're anticipating what oil is going to be at in the future, so they sell futures, and the price is going up, so what people anticipate. So it's kind of a barometer of what to be expect for oil prices. Not always in stone, but it's a pretty good barometer. Okay, housing news. A couple of things going on. Homebuilders continue limiting sales orders because they can't keep up with demand. But it's not slowing their foot traffic. Omicron may extend labor and supply disruptions, but analysts say it may also bode well for increasing new home sales later this year. So we may just be buying a little time to...
Shoppers are still shopping, it sounds like.
Oh yeah, there's still demand out there, but we may see a push towards the end of the year as these contractors and home builders get more caught up. So we'll see.
Okay, all right.
And we're going to talk about inventory here a little bit.
Good news, I hope.
Not
so
really.
Much.
There are still refinancing. If you've been waiting and waiting till the bottom has already come and gone, but there's still very good opportunity. There are still 5.9 million homeowners who could save money with a refinance, estimates Black Knight, a mortgage data provider. That's according to CNBC.
Yeah, and I actually talked to a client this week about that. They have a terrific rate. They have 2.9%. You can't shake a stick at that right now. Not on the conventional side with 30-year. So, but what he does have that 20% equity. so he can get rid of the PMI, finance into a new loan, get rid of the PMI. And his lender, I think, told him he could do that without having to rewrite the loan even.
So even though his interest rate's gonna go up, he would still be money ahead because
Yeah.
he doesn't have to pay
he
PMI.
would save some money. And when you're on a fixed income, and he's a retiree, so he's on a fixed income, that's gonna help him quite a bit. He has to do an appraisal, and we sent him our price opinion, obviously, of what the home value is. That helps too when you're doing those. Now he just has to pay for an appraisal, and he'll be saving some money.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right, regulatory news. Wall Street slumped last week, to say the least, and more turbulence is likely in the week ahead. And boy, don't we know about that.
It's already happening,
With the Federal Reserve meeting, so that's happening today and tomorrow. Earnings reports are due from some of the giants too, so that's going to also get thrown in the mix. Apple, Microsoft, 3M, IBM, Intel, Caterpillar, American Express, and Tesla.
Okay, we'll see what their
According
earnings
to
were for
CNBC.
2021.
Some of those came out today. I haven't looked at after-hour trading to see if it's having an effect on what we can expect tomorrow yet. I'll have to check that out.
I hope it's positive. I mean, I think 2021 was a good year for most of those companies and for spending overall. We know retail spending was down some, but
Yeah,
you know, we'll see.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, Fed officials, having plotted what seemed a clear battle plan against high inflation, must now contend with fresh signs the Omicron virus is again slowing the economy, as well as markets conspiring to tighten financial conditions faster than the Fed policy may have hoped. That's according to Reuters.
Yeah, I really think we're almost over the hump. We're almost there. The numbers are coming down, and I think that,
Yeah, my gut, you're correct. My gut is that the Fed is going to remain hawkish, and they are going to go, you know what, I think we're getting this behind us, and we're going to continue on to battle inflation. So they're going to take some pretty hardline stances, I think, and it's probably going to hurt the market for a little bit, but it's a pain pill we got to take, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So. Okay, I had another article. You know, we've talked about some of the crazy things that buyers are doing to try to put themselves ahead in these bidding wars. This is another sign that maybe we're going to see a little bit slower real estate year, as well as the interest rate increase. There's a number of factors, political, economic, worldwide.
well, I mean, when we talk about slowing versus last year, and
and we're not
maybe
talking
even
about
before.
like it falling off the edge of a cliff.
No,
It's just not going to be as out of control as it was last year.
Right.
19% appreciation is probably going to be closer to 7%.
Right.
In my opinion.
I think 5 to 7. Yeah.
But here's another sign that may
Okay.
be starting to kind of kick in. Fewer buyers are waiving contingencies. You remember we talked about some of the head scratching thing buyers were doing, like waiving inspections completely, waiving
appraisals.
waiving appraisals.
Waiving their rights to inspections, like you say, or waiving their right to ask for repairs over a certain amount. Or under a certain dollar amount. There was all kinds of crazy waivers going on.
Just trying to put themselves ahead of all the competition. So. Home shoppers are showing less willingness to waive appraisals, home inspections, or other contract contingencies during the purchase of a home compared with just a few months ago. And this is the December 2021 Realtors Confidence Index survey. 19% of buyers waived the inspection contract contingency in December, down from a peak of 27%. So that's dropped by 8%. 21% of buyers waived the appraisal contract contingency, down from a peak of 29. So that's also down 8%. So we're definitely seeing, we have a graph here, and you can definitely see that this is, heading in a downward trend. Buyers also were less willing to waive other contract contingencies like financial contingency, a home sale contingency, or a title contingency. With home prices continuing to rise, buyers are making sure they are getting their money's worth. This is a good point.
Yeah.
Buyers have definitely gotten more picky when they feel like they're paying very top dollar. They expect, to get their money's worth and the home to be in good condition.
So if we kind of turn that around, if I'm a seller and my thought process still is, well, I want somebody to waive an appraisal contingency, I may not be getting that this time around.
Right.
I may not, 6 months ago I might have been getting it back in July, but this month I may not get it.
Yeah, it's still deep into a seller's market, don't get us wrong, but we're, starting to see a little more favorability towards the buyers.
And I may have to make some repairs or make concessions for some repairs.
And this is actually a healthy trend. It's really not healthy. It's dangerous to be completely waiving an inspection and, waiving these contingencies. They're in the contract for a reason to protect the buyer. So, we want those to be in place whenever possible.
Yeah.
The decline in buyers who are waiving appraisal and inspection contingencies is a healthy trend. Buyers should pay for what a home is worth and be informed of potential issues that need to be addressed by the seller or anticipated by the buyer. The buyer wants to take the responsibility for addressing the issue at their own cost.
Yeah, they can at least have the inspection and know, okay, I may have to do these things down the road, but at least they know in advance what they have to do. I may not ask for those repairs, but
don't go into it blind.
At least you know what you're getting into.
With no protection whatsoever, because you never know what's under the foundation.
For sure.
So. Okay, unfortunately rates have continued to tick up. We reported last week the indices for a 30-year were 3.638. It's now up to 3.733. So this is...
We are just ticking up.
How many? 4, 5 weeks in a row?
5 weeks in a row, I
think.
They've
just slowly ticked up.
Yep.
15-year 2.813 was last week. This week 2.941. Wow, I wonder if that 15-year is going to be over 3 next week. We'll see.
It's really close.
Finally, the VA rate 3.383. It's now up to 3.492.
They're still historically low.
Yeah.
Rates are still historically low. Don't get us wrong, but they're eking up.
Reported last
slowly.
Week that
lock in your rates.
Look back in history, the last time we had inflation this high, and the rate was 13.5.
Yeah, that was a crazy number last week.
So we're still very historically low. So
very historically low.
Inventory. Wow.
What is that number?
Wow. Yeah.
Whew.
4,883 in the valley wide. So this does not include coming soon.
Right.
So
we take out the coming soon.
Yeah, this is actually active on the market. We
active.
take the coming soon out because there's a chance they might not even go to an active status. They might get swallowed up before then. So
they do a lot of times.
Realistically, what's truly available, 4,883. Peoria down to 141 and Surprise down to 154.
Ooh.
A little closer to home, Trilogy at Vistancia sitting at 13. Most affordable home, $474,900. Most expensive, $895,000. Vistancia Village, 8 homes, not too much. $510,000, the most affordable.
Wow.
$959,000 tops the list. That home that came back on the was off the market, then came back on the market again, is off the market again. So Blackstone Country Club is down to 1 home. $1,430,000.
Yeah, and that one's been hanging around for a little while.
But it's it's a pretty expensive home, so
yeah,
the luxury
they
market they usually
longer.
stay on the market a little bit longer.
Yeah, they do.
Portobello, 7 homes available. Most affordable $493,000. Most expensive $989,000.
Okay.
Sun City Grand, 25 homes available. Most affordable $349,000. Most expensive $825,000. Sun City West, 34. That's not many for Sun City West. $255,000 the most affordable. $935,000 still tops the list. Westbrook Village, 7 available. Most affordable $509. Oops, I got these backwards. I'm sorry. The most affordable is $344,900, and the most expensive $509,900.
Wow, it's a tight margin there, isn't it?
Yeah, Westbrook Village always is. It's really tight margin from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's still if you want a golf course home, that's going to be the most
It's
affordable
a nice little community.
in the valley. I mean, it's
Yeah, they've got some nice
the
little
West
lots
Valley
on the
anyway.
golf course.
Yeah.
I like the Gemini homes or side-by-side homes that are on the golf course also, or on the green space. Really nice community. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that is everything on our
That is
report for this
it.
week.
All right.
Hope everybody has a blessed rest of the week and enjoy this fabulous weather. That's why we live in Arizona, what we're experiencing right now.
It's gorgeous, yeah. It's
69 to
nearly
72.
70, and yeah, you can have dinner out on the patio where it's just starting to get cool, and then come inside once it starts getting too cool.
I see our Canadian neighbors from across the way just showed back up, and they immediately hopped on their bikes and took off. So
Aww.
welcome back.
Good, yeah. Welcome
George
back.
and Mark. Glad you're here to enjoy some of this beautiful weather.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, we will see you again next week. Take care.
See you